Hello and welcome to GSMTV News, coming to you from Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. My name is Joe Morris, and co-anchoring with me in our studios today is
Pastor Emily Lagat.
In our headlines, the Liberian Justice Minister has abruptly quitted his job, and he's been replaced by one of his senior deputies. Authorities in Philadelphia have pressed charges against a former Liberian rebel accused of human rights violations during the Liberian Civil War. A captured terrorist in the Ivory Coast is reported to have confessed that both Ghana and Togo were next on the planned list for terrorists to attack in West Africa. Still in the headlines, the chairman of the American Congressional Foreign Relations Committee has warned the United Nations that if troops of the United Nations peacekeeping forces around the world continue to be engaged in sexual abuses, America will consider defunding the United Nations. 21 people have died from yellow fever in the Congo, and Ethiopia's security forces are reported to have killed 140 Oromo protesters. Those are the headlines, and we'll be back with the details.
Former Sudanese rebel leader Mr. Machar is expected in the capital Juba next week to resume the post of vice president as part of last year's deal. The deadly civil conflict erupted in 2013 after President Salva Kiir accused Mr. Machar of plotting a coup. Since then, thousands of people have died and more than 2 million have been displaced. Last week, more than 1,300 rebel troops were flown to Juba as part of the terms of the peace deal signed in August 2015. Extra forces were deployed to provide security for Mr. Machar, who said he will not come to take up his new position until these security measures were put into place. Peace agreements between both sides have broken down repeatedly over the years, and there is still expected to be mistrust within this new government. In Congo, outbreak of yellow fever has killed 21 people, according to the World Health Organization, WHO, which also links some cases to an outreach in neighboring Angola. In a statement, the WHO said the deaths had occurred in January to March. Within 151 suspect cases recorded. The statement added that there was a serious risk of further spread of the disease in Congo. The acute mosquito-borne virus disease has killed 225 people in Angola, infected 1,600 there. The WHO said the Congo health official had set up a national committee to respond to the outbreak, including screening sanitary controls on the country borders. People traveling to Angola will now be vaccinated against the disease. Yellow fever is a virus that causes bleeding and kidney failure. It is spread by a mosquito, usually same species that spread the Zika virus. We will be right back.
The chairman of the United States government will consider withholding additional funding to the United Nations peacekeeping initiatives. Coker and other senators are angry over the string of sexual abuse and
caused by fear that a plan to expand the capital administrative control in the Oromo region will displace Oromo farmers. Human Rights Watch called for the release of an Oromo politician arrested last month. The government has accused Oromo protesters of links with terror groups. Last month, officials said 5 people and an enclosed member of security personnel died in the protest. Elsewhere in Nairobi, Kenya, the 3 male travelers were checked out when they were arrived at the screening point. They had ivory in form of bangles and lion teeth as necklace. Police said it's a criminal and illegal to own such a trophy in Kenya, and it is not clear where they got them. Officials said also found more ivory hidden in cooking foil and in a condom. The development comes in the week of sustaining campaign by Kenya to stop the trade on ivory. Kenya has issued a 21-day official relief for anyone with such a trophies to surrender them. We will be right back.
Authorities in the Ivory Coast say they have arrested a man believed to be the main man behind the recent attacks on the beach resort in that country. The man is now being investigated by the authorities in the capital, Abidjan. In an official security communique shared with the Republic of Ghana, it is reported to have mentioned that the suspect being interrogated in connection with the Ivorian attack has confessed that both Togo and Ghana were next on the list for planned targets by terrorists. The intention to hit both Ghana and the Togo are said to have been planned to erase the notion that only Francophone countries were being targeted by Islamic militants. The United States Attorney in Philadelphia has unsealed an indictment against 49-year-old Mohammed Jabater, claiming that he was a Liberian war criminal known as Django Jaba. He faces fraud and perjury charges stemming from his immigration to the United States in the late 1990s. Jabater was reported to have been calm and polite when he appeared in the courtroom on Market Streets in Philadelphia. Prosecutors say that Jabater was a high-ranking officer of the United Liberation Movement for Democracy in Liberia, ULEMO, and then its splinter group ULEMO-K during Liberia's turbulent civil war in the mid-1990s. Jabater allegedly personally committed or ordered ULEMO troops under his command to commit the following: murder of civilian non-combatants, sexual enslavement of women, public rape, meaning, as well as other forms of torture. Django Jaba is also accused of conscription of child soldiers, execution of prisoners of war, and the desecration and mutilation of dead bodies. Liberia's Justice Minister Benedict Sana has resigned. No information was given about the reasons related to his decision to resign, but his resignation was reportedly accepted immediately by President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, who has meanwhile appointed one of the senior deputies at the Justice Ministry to replace Mr. Sana. Although it's unclear exactly why Mr. Sana has resigned, unconfirmed reports from Monrovia say the Ministry of Justice under his leadership has recently been embroiled in controversial issues, including investigations about the mysterious death of the former LPRC Managing Director, Mr. Harry Greaves. Mr. Greaves' body was found in the nude, abandoned on the beach not too far from the executive mansion in the Liberian capital, Monrovia. One of Liberia's opposition parties, the All-Liberian Party, ALP, is calling on the government there, through the Ministry of Education, to halt what it calls activities leading to outsourcing the country's education. The ALP has termed the alleged attempt by the Liberian Ministry of Education as an idea which is driven by profit motives in an effort to have education outsourced. The Liberian education system has been criticized at home and abroad as lacking behind other African nations in many areas. Private institutions in the country are reported to perform much better than public schools, which are directly under the sponsorship of the government. We will be right back.
Finally, in our news today, 2 French soldiers have died in Mali after their vehicle hit a landmine, bringing the number of people killed in accident to 3. Report quoting the offices of French President François Hollande says 1 soldier was pronounced dead after the vehicle struck an explosive device during a patrol in northern Mali. 17 French soldiers have been killed in Mali since 2013 when they went there to weed out Islamic militant. The French soldiers have also been implicated in sexual abuse against women and children. Thank you so much for watching today at GSM edition. God bless you. And Mr. Joe, what is the side issue today?
Well, what comes to mind instantly is our continuing campaign here at GSMTV. Well, that's the GSMTV, but it's actually GSM Network. That's the Gospel Safari Broadcast Network. We recently launched a membership campaign, and is only worth reminding the public out there, especially those who have already initiated the process of becoming members, and those who are only thinking about it but haven't made the first move. Contact us here at GSM and Gospel Safari, Reverend Christian Vincent, Sis Florence Vincent, any member of, including our administrator, of course, Reverend Solomon Akwaka, and of course you, Pastor Emily Lagat, and myself, Joe Morris, for further information about how you can become a member. It's easy, and the benefits are rewarding.
That's right.
So join us here. And let me make one thing clear with emphasis. We are a non-profit organization catering to the media enhancement and awareness of our community. But because of funding necessities, we are asking for volunteer services, and many of you out there can come in to help us. I, in particular, need help in the news department for production. If you feel that you have skills to be before the camera, Reverend Vincent will be glad to give you an opportunity. So join us at GSM TV. We are here for you, and we want you to be a part of being there for all of us.
Thank you so much again, and we are looking forward to hear back from you. God bless you, and stay blessed until next time.
Peace.
hini nimra. Send me your soup. They want to call you from Sophie and fire coffee. Now fire come swim. You're dead. Now when I hear you, I want to tell you. Now, didn't
Hello and welcome to GSMTV News, coming to you from Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. My name is Joe Morris, and co-anchoring with me in our studios today is
Pastor Emily Lagat.
In our headlines, the Liberian Justice Minister has abruptly quitted his job, and he's been replaced by one of his senior deputies. Authorities in Philadelphia have pressed charges against a former Liberian rebel accused of human rights violations during the Liberian Civil War. A captured terrorist in the Ivory Coast is reported to have confessed that both Ghana and Togo were next on the planned list for terrorists to attack in West Africa. Still in the headlines,
Former Sudanese rebel leader Mr. Machar is expected in the capital Juba next week to resume the post of vice president as part of last year's deal. The deadly civil conflict erupted in 2013 after President Salva Kiir accused Mr. Machar of plotting a coup. Since then, thousands of people have died and more than 2 million have been displaced. Last week, more than 1,300 rebel troops were flown to Juba as part of the terms of the peace deal signed in August 2015. Extra forces were deployed to provide security for Mr. Machar, who said he will not come to take up his new position until these security measures were put into place. Peace agreements between both sides have broken down repeatedly over the years, and there is still expected to be mistrust within this new government. In Congo, outbreak of yellow fever has killed 21 people